Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. In this one I'll be showing you how to create this cool Spider-Man inspired design. This is just the example that I used for mine. The main premise of this design is for that comic book look that you guys can use for all kinds of designs. So as you can see, we're going through the assets. This is mostly a drag and drop if you're creating the Spider-Man, but it gives you a good insight to what it takes to make a design like this. So we're starting out by getting a rectangle, typing in that number there, and we're then creating that into a smart object and rasterizing it so it is like its own sort of rectangle shape, which is what we want. We're then dragging in this pattern, which is basically a gradient overlay on a pattern. I've basically drawn up some shapes, put a gradient with the light color in the middle, darker on either side, with 20 I believe on angle, and then adding filters over the top, and it makes something like that, which looks fantastic for what we are doing now, where we're adding in, for this example, Miles Morales. We're then creating a clipping mask and duplicating that twice, although it might work better if we get rid of that tiny little area first. So we'll delete those two layers for now, get our brush tool and just neaten it up around there. Then we'll duplicate that twice. You then want to go into each layer, convert it to a smart object and rasterize all three of those, which will be much easier when it comes to changing the color, which is what we are doing right now. So that bottom Miles Morales, that will be the original image, you want to obviously select that, go into your blending options, and you want to select, for this example I use blue and pink, but you can use whichever you would like. I then go onto the layer above that, and I select the other color that I want to use, which is this sort of pinky red color. We then just slightly, using your arrow keys, you can just sort of basically drag those layers out, so it creates something like this. You can do this a different way using different filters, but this is a more vibrant sort of glitchy text look, and I think it works much better with the comic book theme. We're then creating a color overlay over the top, typing in that number, and we're creating a clipping mask. We then want to select our overlay, and that should add in the main sort of colors. Now this works great if you are using a gradient that has sort of a really light color in the middle. As you can see, it sort of creates this cool beam of light in the background. And then I'm selecting sort of two photos that I've added a filter over the top of. So for this example, I'm using Green Goblin, which is in the same sort of comic book theme, which I added a overlay to, a shit ton of filters to, and we're then going and we're adding that overlay there. And then I selected the Prowler, which is the other villain that I wanted to use because it's got a very comic book look to it. You just want to do the exact same thing. I just added the exact same filters over the top, and we're basically just adding that clipping mask layer and just using the brush tool to make it look neater, just like this. There we go. And then you want to add in the same, just copy and paste that pink overlay over the top there and clipping mask that. It will be saturation that pink layer will be on. And then this is where you can go into sort of that original pattern file and add a stroke. For this example I didn't do that, but on the original that's all it is. It's just in the pattern, blending options, add a white stroke to fill in the gaps. basically just borders all the images. But even this way works fantastic. So I then added in some just extra text, bit about the film, what the film is, my website, and we're adding in these comic book words. Now these comic book words you can obtain very easily. Just Google either comic book words should come up, or comic book expressions should also come up, or you type in thwack comic book, bang comic book, and kapow comic book. It will come up. You've got loads of options. If you are subscribed to I believe it is what's the name of that, Adobe Stock, then you will be able to find stuff like this that's really useful. So the bang and the thwack we just put on difference, and the kapow we put on darker color, and then I'm just adding in the signature of the person that played Miles Morales, and we're dragging in these 2 layers here, which are basically our overlays, which are really easy. You just drag them straight in and extend the top and the bottom. We're putting this first texture on lighter color. We're putting this second texture, once we just drag it out, make it a bit bigger, just like that. And we're putting that on difference. And that is pretty much the design in a nutshell. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe. We upload every single Saturday, so you will not want to miss out. I do all kinds of Adobe tricks, and I hope you guys use this sort of template, as you may say, to come up with your own designs. Without further ado, just before I finish the video, just like to mention my website. If you guys are interested in anything, please feel free to go over there and check out the clothing. I don't want to call it merch because it's not merch to me. It's more of a clothing brand that I'm looking to set up. We have t-shirts. I create these wicked designs that go onto t-shirt designs. So if you guys want to go over, check those out. I usually do designs throughout the week and put them on. We've got a new things. We've got a branded mug. We've got a branded bucket hat, a branded trucker hat. There'll be an iPhone case for every single iPhone coming out very soon. That'll hopefully I'll be able to come up with a sick design for that. But basically, just go on there, sign up with your email at the bottom. It sounds dodgy, promise it's not. Just sign up with your email so you don't miss out on these cool designs. I will most likely mention them in all videos, but that is a way that you guys cannot miss out on all new upcoming designs. I've tried to make them as cheap as possible. The print cost for me is quite expensive on the bucket hat, so if you go over and you see that price and you're like, that is a fucking piss take, then just know these bucket hats are so high quality. The embroidery is insane, and they cost a fortune to print, so that is the reason for that. Just preparing you, because you've never seen a bucket hat at that price, but I promise it is worth it. Just for the quality alone, it will last a lifetime. Just like the t-shirts, these are not cheap printed t-shirts. These are very, very, very high quality products, which is what I was very keen on when I created this clothing brand. But without further ado, I'm going to let you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss out, and I will see everyone in the next video. Enjoy the rest of your day.